touch this wall, we actually encourage everyone to touch this wall. Because this wall is dead, it will no longer grow. And so after thousands of people touch the wall, it'll actually begin to stop growing. And so no more calcite will be deposited on the surface. And so if I were to place my light up here, you can see just a little bit of glow. And if I were to be able to get any taller, I could also place it up there, and you guys probably wouldn't be able to see anything glowing. And this is because calcite is white. Calcite is used as a whitener inside multiple products, including toothpaste. Now, to form all of these crazy formations inside of here, you actually need water to fall onto the surface as rain, and it's going to pool with some decaying vegetation. Now, this decaying vegetation is giving off lots of CO2, or carbon dioxide, and so this water will actually mix with the carbon dioxide and form a weak acid known as carbonic acid. This is the same watery substance that makes up a lot of our soda. So what keeps the carbon dioxide inside of a soda is pressure. And so as this water and carbon dioxide mixture becoming carbonic acid, as it forms, it'll actually seep down into this rock, and this rock is actually keeping the CO2 inside of the water, keeping it as carbonic acid. And being an acid, it's actually eating away some of the minerals from our cavern ceiling. And so the calcite from our cavern ceiling, coupled with the carbonic acid, actually becomes something known as calcium carbonate. And so once all this carbonic acid reaches the inside of the cavern, oftentimes in the winter, it's a lot warmer inside of the cave than it is outside. And so this water will actually start to evaporate. And so as this water evaporates, it's releasing some of this carbon dioxide, but it can't release the calcite the same way it can release the carbon dioxide. And so as this water evaporates, all that calcite will actually start to build up. And as it runs down the cave walls, if it happens to take the same path millions upon millions of times, it will actually begin to form these ribbons. And if it happens to form sort of like icicles on your guys' gutters, it's the same process, except this time it happens with stone. So when a stalactite and a stalagmite form together, they'll actually form one of these. This is known as a column. And I showed you guys that this one glows, but if I show you guys this one, we actually call this one our candlestick. And that's just because of how well this glows. And so what's happening is the light is actually being refracted around on the inside of this crystal structure. And that's what gives such an even spread of the light, because the light is being bent. So does anyone happen to have questions before I make mention of our staircase again? No questions? All right. So this staircase was constructed in 1922, just like I told you guys before. It has, that's 91, so it's 144 stairs going down. We're going to be going around in a circle 8.5 times. If you guys do want to take pictures, I highly suggest taking pictures. But try and keep your cameras on the inside of the cage. If you happen to have your camera on the outside of the cage and you happen to drop it, well, it's gonna break when it hits the bottom, possibly even sooner. The other reason I make mention of this is my first couple of days here, somebody dropped their iPad, and it almost got 3 of us trainees. And so they almost had to hire 3 more people. I'd love to keep doing tours, so go ahead and keep everything inside of the cage. We have our